Hello and welcome everyone to this video on implementing deep inserts in SAP OData by ZaranTech. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our ZaranTech YouTube channel and hit the bell icon to never miss any update from us.
So hello everyone, in this video we are going to discuss implementing deep entity in OData services. Now see, what is the meaning of deep entity here? So deep entity is nothing but a deep structure, that is a structure within a structure. So in case of deep entity, we can use multiple structure within a same structure, and we can use the navigation and association phenomena so that we can navigate from one structure to another structure if it is stored in the same structure. So see what is my requirement for today. Suppose we have header, item and shipment of sales order. And for that, I have created three custom tables here. See, for the sales header, I have ID and order type. Then we have item. And in this particular table, I have got ID, item number and MATNA. And here we have ID and item number as the primary key. Now see, shipment. Just click on display and see we have again ID and item number as the primary key. Then we have shipment number and plant number as well. So this is my basically the custom table which I am going to use for this requirement. And my requirement is I want to use the concept of deep entity here. And using a single URI, I want to display the entire data from header to item and item to shipment. Let's see how we are going to implement it. So for implementation, first thing that we are required to create is we are required to create the entity first for the three of them, that is sales header, item and shipment. And then we will create the association and navigation. Now see, from first we will create the association from, and in that association we will give the navigation from header to item and then from header to shipment. Good. Now see, then we will create a deep structure in MPC extension class. For most of the cases of during the implementation of methods, you will be implementing inside the DPC extension class. But in case of creating deep structure, you will be using the MPC and extension class. So we will go to MPC extension and see what we will be doing. We will create a single structure. And in this single structure, we will take the two fields of header, that is ID and order type. Then the next two fields will be the internal table, that is the internal table of a structure of item and then structure of shipment. That is, we have got four fields in this deep structure. First one is ID, second one is order type, and the third one is IT item, which is nothing but a structure. Then we have the shipment. Then what we will do, we'll create a type structure of the MPC extension class in that particular MPC extension class. After that, we will implement the get entity method. Now see here how we are going to navigate it. So for single parent child relationship, we can use this particular URI to get the data, to test the data from our SAP gateway client. And for multiple child relationship, we can use this particular URI to test our data from OData services. Now I have already shown you the custom table which I am going to use. So let's start with the implementation part. How you are going to implement it? Let me show to you. We already have got the DDIC structure table here. So we can use these tables from ACGW transaction code to create our entity and entity sets. Just go to ACGW. I'm going to show you step by step. This is the project which I have developed. Now see what I have done here. Yeah. First, I've created three entities as header, as item, and as shipment by using the import statement. Let me show to you. I will select this project and I will go to change mode. Now see what I've done here. I have simply imported using the DDIC structure, and I have used all these tables as DDIC structure to import the fields. See, it will go to header properties. You will get ID and order type in case of, then we will get item, then shipment, then we will get order type in case of, then we will get ID and order type in case of, then we will get shipment, then we will get ID and order type in case of header, then you will get ID, item number, and maintainer in case of item, and in case of shipment, you will get ID, item number, shipment number, and plant. The next thing which we have done is we will have created the association. For creating association, we'll right click it, create, and go to association. See how this is you're going to do. And here you will give the name of the association. The first association I've given is header to item. Let me show. Okay. Here you will select the header, you will select the item. Then we will have to mention the cardinality. I have taken cardinality as 1, and here from 0 to 1. Wait a minute. Yeah, 0 to n. And in this navigation property, first I have given header to item navigation. This will be the navigation property. See, this is the association which I have created. And if you will go to here for header, you go to navigation property. See, we have got the two navigation here because our navigation is from header to item and then header to shipment. You will not see any navigation here from item to any other place. So while implementing, you will be using this particular navigation, this particular entity set type entity set in your get expanded entity method. See, this was the second step that we have created. We have first we have created the entity types and entity sets. Then the second one we have created the navigation. The third one is we have to go to MPC extension class. Then click on the generate button, and after that you will go to runtime artifacts. Just go to MPC extension class. Now see. In the MPC extension class, you need to click on the source code, then you will go to change mode, and then you will create this deep structure. Now what we have done here, see, we have taken the ID and order type similar to our header table, and then see what we have done here. We have used the type table of TS item. Now what is this TS item? Basically, whatever the entity you will create, you will get this in your MPC class. Let me go to MPC class so that we can understand it. I'm copying the name of this class. Then I will go to SE24. Let me show to you. Go to MPC. Click on display methods. Events types. Yeah, see, this particular types have been created automatically as header. So we are simply using here this particular TSS item as the third field, and the name of the most important thing is here is you will have to give the name of the navigation here. So first I have given the header to item navigation and create the for internal table for it using TS item, and you are required to mention with default key. Then again header to shipment navigation for TS underscore ship as it is given here. Good. So this is my third step which I need to create. Then I will go to DPC extension class. Double click on this DPC extension class. You will go to attributes tab. Let me show to you. Okay, go to inherited. Yeah. In this particular, where is this one? MGDWSL. I'm not seeing app1. Okay, this is attribute. Sorry. Open the methods, inherited methods. Yeah. This is the folder in which you will get your get expanded entity. The get expanded entity, here is the get expanded entity, and just below you will see the get expanded entity set. So right click on it and you will click on redefine. So after redefinition, your method will go into this particular folder and see what we have done here. First, since in our MPC extension class we have created our deep entity, so I have created an internal table and work area for our deep entity. Then for our custom tables, I have created the 3 internal table for them so that we can write the select query to fetch the data. Then I have created a work area for our shipment and item entity. And in the MPC extension, we have the TS item and TS shipment. So I've created the work area for them. Now we have used the case. See, I've already told you that our navigation is from header to item and header to shipment. So when you will implement it, you will have to use the header entity set. So when I am giving header entity set, then for that I have written the logic. First I have fetched from header, then I use for all entries concept to fetch from item and shipment. Then we have to transfer the data in this particular deep entity. So see what we are doing here. We have the first external loop, which is from header to item. Then I'm transferring the data from header to deep structure work area. Then in this internal, see, loop within a loop, we have used the concept of loop within a loop here. So here I am transferring item into the ls item entity. Here we have created the ls item entity. Then I am appending this ls item entity to ls deep entity to its header to item navigation, which is the third field of our, which is nothing but a structure, but we have used as the third field in our deep structure. So I am using it here. Then again we have used another loop in this loop, which is of a shipment, and I'm transferring its data to my deep structure. After the end of all these two loops, I'm appending the ls deep entity to lt deep entity, so that my final data in this lt deep entity. And at last, we have an important method, copy data to ref, which I am using here. So you can use this method by this way. Just open this, go to pattern, a web object, enter. In class method, you will using this particular class, and you will have this method. Just click on this F4 button. See, we have this copy data to ref. You can use this method. Now this method, what this method will be doing, it will be transferring your data from your internal table to your parameter, which is er underscore entity set, so that you can get your result from the front end app. Now we are going to test our OData. Yeah, click on the execute button. Don't think there should be any error. Good. Go back. Now see, go to service maintenance, and here first you will have to register by clicking on this button. I have already registered, so my registration status is green. So click on this SAP Gateway Client and click on CS button. Now here we are going to test our OData services. See what we'll be doing here. First we will be using our header set, because our navigation is from our header to item. Then, since we have not implemented the get entity set for our header set, so if you click on this execute button, you will get not implemented. But we have to get the expanded entity, so I am using question mark dollar expand is equal to header to item navigation. Click on execute button and see, we are getting the status 0. So I'm using the URI as JSON so that we can understand more clearly. Now click on execute. See what is going on here. First we have our ID 1, then we have order type as AB. This is from our header table. Then we have got header to shipment and then header to item. For shipment, we have this particular URI. And in case of header to item, see, we are getting the item data, that is ID, item number, and maintenance. And for first row, we have got, I think, multiple item. Yes, 120. Here, item number is 20. Again, see, this is how things are going on here. We are getting all the data. This is how we can implement our deep entity in our OData services. So thank you very much.